Good afternoon, everyone. Rescue Wrenches Garage here, and I have a different project today, kind of a how-to video. I could not find anything online anywhere how to do this job, so I'm hoping I can help some people out, if not help a lot of people out, but I guess. So let's say we're working on a 2005 Kia Amanti. It's got the 3.5. This probably works for this area 3.5 Kias. I've seen some of the videos where the engine's, like for a rear-wheel drive, it'll be facing the other way, which makes this kind of difficult. I'm going to be doing the crank position sensor. So here's the part I have. This is the, I don't even know if this is going to work, because this part was $10 on Amazon, but this whole car was $300. So, so this was, unfortunately, you have to take the timing cover off. But the symptoms I'm having for this car is no tack, a P3020, P0320 code. So, and it does start with a lot of convincing, but hopefully I can be showing you guys how to do this. So the first step is going to be take the wheel off and jack the car. All right, now what was a crazy battle to get this off? I've discovered this car also could probably use an alignment, but that's not what we're focusing on now. So now that you've got it down here, you're going to want to take this cover off here. It looks like it's held on with, there's a bolt here, there's a bolt here, and it looks like that's all. So I'm going to pull that off for you guys. All right, so once you have that cover off, you're going to have your harmonic balancer be revealed. This does need to come off, unfortunately. So I'm going to finish. Oh, that's wonderful. So I'm going to finish taking everything up off here, and then I will take that down. All right, so this bracket is the bracket that holds on the top of this timing cover here. You're going to want to take that off because that... All right, so I made a little bit of a mistake. This thing here, I don't know what this is, but that's not... It's not the crank position sensor like I thought it was, or left the wire for it. The crank position is actually right here. So you're gonna wanna undo this clip right here, which is easy, just a little push tab. And so you're gonna see this wire is gonna go from this thing, and then the new one will go, sorry, this film is terrible. The new one will slip right on like that. And so this part here, if we chase this cable, comes out right here. And it goes all the way down. It's hard to see. It goes into right there, which goes all the way down. So now what I need to do is just pull the harmonic balancer off, and then, yeah. All right, now you can see I removed the outer timing cover on the top just because I wanted to be able to have a little more visibility in here. The timing belt looks a little rough. Like I said, this car was very cheap. I'm not gonna replace that. If it snaps, it snaps. So, onto the part that I've been procrastinating and time to take the harmonic balancer off. All right, so obviously this has been a little bit of a learning curve for everyone involved. But to take these belts loose, you have to remove this screw under this pulley, and then this screw right here is the tensioner for this belt. So just turn this one here, turn this one here until you can get the belt off, and then you should be able to put your harmonic balancer off. All right, so now that your harmonic balancer is off, you're going to want to undo these bolts for the bottom of the timing cover. As you can see, mine's kind of a little pooched, but I don't care. So, and then you can see behind that cover is where the sensor goes into, so. All right, so once you get your bolts out of that, you can pull that back a little bit, and you can see there is your sensor right there. Thing that's probably causing you some problems, hopefully, if you went this far. It's bolted on with that little thing right there, and those two 10mm bolts inside. All right, guys, so the way I got this out here is definitely not what you guys should do. This pulley should come off, but this car is $300, I don't really care. That's where the sensor goes. As you can see, mine broke, and the wires are all exposed, which is probably why it didn't work, so we're gonna get putting that new one back in. Because I wanted something easier than putting the sensor back in down there, because that last bolt was a real pain in the ass to get out. So as you can see in there, the timing belt is very, very close, and it's an extreme struggle to get that bolt in there. So it can be done without moving the belt, but I recommend moving the belt out a little bit. That's what I just slid it out a tiny little bit, and then I can always put it back on. But anyway, I clipped this on here, connected everything up, and then I just fed that down through here in front of the cover. So I'm gonna put that back in there for you, and then we'll get her going. All right, if you can see in there, I got the new precision sensor on, bolted in. It was not really that fun of a task, and this is also not gonna be a very fun task. So we're gonna put these bolts in here, get this cover back on, and then putting the belts and the harmonic balancer back on is gonna be a little tricky. But after that, it should be all easy from here, so. All right, we got the first belt back on and the harmonic balancer. So there's a little bolt right there. I'm gonna try to zoom in on it. That's the tensioner bolt for this pulley. So you'll turn it one way to loosen it, turn it the other way to get it tight again. All right, so now all the belts are put back on. Both screws, that screw and then that screw, are back in and tightened. So now we're gonna move back up to the top of the engine. All right, and now that is your timing cover back on. So really all that's left to do is put it on the wheel, and then that's how you change your crank position sensor. Thanks for watching.